Hi, good afternoon. My name is Sandra and I lived in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Only in February 2013, I was introduced to Zija International by one of my best friends, Popo Leboy, who also lived in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Wow, I was just amazed to see that finally there is a company in this world called Zija International who had a genius idea to combine health and financial freedom. There is nowhere else that we can find a company like that. Believe me, guys, I took the time to go through the website. I took the time to get all the information. Wow, it was just fantastic. Imagine just a product, just one product that can help more than 321 diseases. Where can you find that in this world? Only with Zija International company. And again, as all of us, we all have different, problem health-wise. And when I saw what you are seeing it today, I needed a product first that can help the skin disease that I used to have for so many years. And believe me, guys, since I was 11 years old, I used like a pharmaceutical medicine that basically I was using at least twice every week for more than 30 years. And guess what? When I saw those beauty products, I knew that, those pharmaceutical products, I'm just going to leave it for the rest of my life. And this is exactly what happened. I started to use all the different products with the beauty products, and only 1 week after, I could see the transformation of my skin. The first important thing for me, my skin is just like, wow, I don't have that itchy anymore. And, by having all the results, many people, many friends, people in my family, they also find themselves this solution for their skin diseases. Not only that, I can also talk about the super mixed. You can see me today. Guess what? I lost minimum of 7 kilos due to also, the super mix and also the weight management of Zija International. I feel good because, as we all know, we are what we eat. And like it or not, I used to, like everybody else, go through all the superstore, buy the same food as all of us, and thinking that, I have the right nutriment. No. The nutriment I was having, it was maybe 5%. So I got myself informed. And today, I can tell you guys that I feel good. I lost 7 kilos, not only the outside, but also the inside, which is really, really, really important. This is why I'm here today to share my story. This is why I'm here today to tell everybody that, you guys need to get informed, because before 28th of February 2013, I thought that I knew, but, I had no idea. And this is why basically I'm here to share all the good news. I'm here basically to give you different options, okay? Option is very important. We need to know what we put in our mouth. And when you think that you know and you don't really know, this is a wake-up call, guys. This is a wake-up call for all of us. So not just about that. I talked about the beauty products. I talked about super mix. I can talk about smart mix. I can talk about the energy drink. Oh my God, the coffee I used to drink every single day. I got the energy with, the energy drink of Zija International. I'm telling you guys, this is a transformation. And this is why, today, I'm telling you that, it's my duty to talk about, it's really like a humanitarian causes, because in the next few days, I'm going to Nigeria. Why do you think I'm going to Nigeria? Because I know that there is more than 200 million people in Nigeria. Like, I know that, in my country, where I'm coming from, Rwanda, I know that we have maybe more than 11 million people also over there. In India, we are talking about Korea. We are talking about, all those different different countries, South Africa, many of them, they don't have enough money to go to see the doctor. There is not enough infrastructure in our country. And guess what? We do have the solution with the super mix, with the smart mix, and many people get results, because at the end, when you get the result, you can talk about it, you can share your testimony. And this is why, guys, I want you to take the time. This is a wake-up call for all of us. It was a wake-up call for me a few months ago. It was a wake-up call for my team, and I'm telling you, the results are there. People are getting out of the high blood pressure. They are getting out of the diabetes. They are getting out of the eczema, anemia, just to name a few. So guys, please take the time to get informed. Take the time to see where this company is gonna take us, not only health-wise, but also, financial freedom, because at the end, we are responsible of a private economy. All over the world today, there is a horrible crisis, but who is helping us? Nobody. It's not the bank, it's not the government, the government, they don't even have enough money for our retirement. Guys, come on, we need to do something different to have different results. And this is what I choose to do. I have the result, my team have the result, and I'm ready to take it all over the world. I want people to have an option in their life. So guys, please take 10-15 minutes. You can see, our website, if you have any concern, if you have anything to ask, we are here to help you guys as we are helping our team to go to the next level. So thank you so much for your time. And hope to see you, in our team. Hope to see you having a better health. Hope to see you having finally the life of your time, because at the end, this is an unlimited life. And the unlimited life, we need to seize it, because there is nowhere else you're going to find those two things that we need in this world: health and financial freedom. If you want to know more about our fabulous and unique product, Zija International, Moringa oleifera, please just contact the person who invited you to see this wonderful video. So I'm gonna see you at the top. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Today, our world faces one of the biggest challenges ever that will affect our health and overall well-being in the future. While food is more abundant and readily available than ever before, we are still not getting the proper nutrition that we need to be healthy and to thrive. Today's obesity epidemic affects more and more people every day. The time for change is now. Zija International is committed to making that change. Zija International is a multi-million-dollar network marketing company with tens of thousands of independent distributors and customers throughout the world. Our unique products and business opportunity are providing improved health and financial opportunities never before seen. Since we began in 2005, Zija has quickly become an industry leader, experiencing remarkable growth, doubling every year. Zija's success story begins with one man discovering a tree grown in faraway lands. This man is Ken Brailsford, a pioneer in the nutritional supplement industry. He's known as the father of herbal encapsulation and now founder of Zija International.
I was happily retired until a friend called me up and wanted to show me a video that he had recorded off of the Discovery Channel. He wanted me to go into business with him. I was just going to watch it and tell him, no thank you, I've done that, I don't need to do it again. But I watched the video on Moringa oleifera, and by the time I finished, I knew I had to be involved with it. It was something that was great and the world needed, and I felt impressed and spiritually prompted that this is something I needed to do. And so I became involved with my friend in a business venture that would change the lives of countless people throughout the world.
Moringa is so much more than Ken even anticipated. It's a nourisher, a healer, a beautician, a humanitarian. Gram for gram, fresh moringa leaves contain 4 times the calcium of milk, 4 times the vitamin A of carrots, 2 times the protein of yogurt, 3 times the potassium of bananas, and 7 times the vitamin C of oranges.
The health benefits of moringa are truly amazing. It's been shown to deliver anti-inflammatory support, promote healthy digestion, heighten mental clarity, increase energy, provide natural anti-aging benefits while also nourishing the body's immune system, regulating blood glucose level, promoting healthy circulation, decreasing appetite to promote a healthy weight, and increase memory function. But perhaps the most amazing thing about Moringa are the hundreds of research articles that have been published in just the last few years, suggesting that we have just begun to understand the true potential Moringa has in delivering a healthy lifestyle.
Ken enlisted the help of Russ Bianchi, world-renowned scientist, food formulator, and president of Adept Solutions, a leading global product development and formulation firm. Russ began creating new ways to maximize Moringa's health benefits. The result is Zija's extensive line, including nutritional drink mixes, energy and performance products, a complete weight loss and management system, and an innovative skincare line. Each one of these products provide all of Moringa's over 90 verifiable benefits, including cell-ready vitamins, minerals, vital proteins, antioxidants, and omega oils. Zija's Moringa trees are grown on proprietary farms in dry, hot climates where they thrive. The trees, organically raised without chemicals, are harvested carefully by hand, then shade-dried, ensuring that essential nutrients remain intact. Unlike other Moringa products on the market, Zija uses all of the most nutrient-rich parts of the tree, the leaves, the seeds, and the fruit. All of Zija's products are manufactured in a state-of-the-art pharmaceutical-grade facility in Linden, Utah. The processes that go into creating our products are carefully executed to ensure the highest quality possible. In addition to providing nutrient-rich products, Zija provides an amazing business opportunity to anyone searching for a way to achieve financial and time freedom. Joining the Zija family gives you access to all of the tools and benefits you need to succeed. There has never been a more exciting time to be involved in the health and wellness industry. It's the next trillion-dollar economic sector. Participating in this growth will create more millionaires than ever before, many of them Zija independent distributors.
Zija International is truly a global company. Our opportunity is now available on nearly every continent. We're opening new markets every few months, and our independent distributors enjoy the opportunity to share their Moringa message with friends, family, and associates worldwide.
A major driving force behind the success of Zija International is its corporate leadership.
I've handpicked the executive team to make the company strong and to give the distributors and those in the field every bit of information and knowledge that they need and the tools that they need to become successful. This executive team has over 100 years experience in the MLM industry, and that background understanding is what is needed to be completely successful. Everything is in place for the distributor to make them successful, and the company is there to support the distributors in every way possible.
Our executive team is unrivaled in the industry. I'm proud to work with such a dedicated team of individuals focused on a common goal.
Health through proper nutrition, financial freedom, personal development, and living an active lifestyle. These are the pillars that define Life Unlimited. See, it is our goal to provide a vehicle for you to create your own destiny, to achieve your goals. We believe that proper nutrition and giving your body the proper fuel will allow you to feel your best and go out and seek after those things that you desire. Financial freedom is a reality at Zija International. And personal development can change the way you look at life, can change your perspective on life, and strengthen and support you to navigate the challenges of life. Living an active lifestyle is simply getting out and doing the things that you enjoy doing. Feel your best, look your best, be your best, and have the energy to do the things that you want to do and fulfill and achieve your personal goals. Here's to you, living Life Unlimited.
There is a taste in here that you cannot find in other vegetables. And the more you eat, the more it's become tasty and you keep on, asking for it.
What this farmer in Hawaii is talking about is not a vegetable, it's a tree. And while Vicky Domingo says it has an unusual flavor, there's more to this tree than meets the taste buds.
You keep on eating, and you can feel your body is more energetic, more healthy, and you can see the difference. You're not dropping, you keep on, just so active. You have to remove one by one like this.
Domingo says she has grown this tree on her farm for more than 25 years. She harvests moringa twice a week all year round. Every week, Domingo sends 1,000 pounds of moringa to the mainland. The rest of it ends up here at a Honolulu farmer's market, where most of her customers have eaten it their entire lives.
Well, in the Philippines, it's a third country. In other words, not a rich country. We cannot afford to go to the doctor for medicinal purposes. So we use this in our daily lives so we can have more energy, more vitamins to supplement our daily nutrition in our body.
The tree is called moringa, or as the Filipinos call it, marongay.
An awful lot of cultures have one or more plants that are kind of markers that people think of themselves when they think of that plant.
Dr. Will McClatchy is an ethnobotanist at the University of Hawaii. He studies the ways that humans interact with plants.
If you drive around Honolulu here, you'll see a lot of houses have at least one marongay in the yard, maybe a little forest of them, and that's a pretty good indicator that there's a Filipino family there.
Jokingly, we say it our Filipino banner, which is our Filipino flag. Once you see this, that means, oh, Filipino stays there.
Domingo says there are many nutritional and medicinal uses for moringa.
All parts of the tree are usable, from the roots to the stem, to the leaves, to the flowers, and to the pod. The roots, you can use that as a tea. And then the trunk, you can scrape it, squeeze it, get the juice, put in your cut skin, and your skin will heal.
Some of this may be folktale, but some cultures have used moringa as a medicinal plant for thousands of years. McClatchy says moringa is worthy of its reputation as a tree with unusual nutritional properties.
Thank you. Moringa is one of these trees that is a multi-purpose plant that fulfills such a high percentage of kind of basic needs that when people get used to using it, they really can't see what it's like to live without it.
And many cultures don't. Today, moringa is used as a remedy and, in essence, a multivitamin in many of the world's warmest regions.
Moringa is used widely in Africa and South Asia, and it's been introduced into South America and Central America, where it's also being used. So, this is not just a plant of a single community.
We were just talking this morning with one of the owners of this plantation, and he was telling me how the last time he was here, he had a handful of moringa leaves and that he worked all morning on it and felt great.
Dr. Mark Olson is a botanist and a leading expert on moringa. He teaches at Instituto de Biología, Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México in Mexico City. Here, he is visiting a new moringa farm about 2 hours outside the city limits.
So they've just planted these here, and soon they'll be nice and big.
Olson says that while moringa can grow in places like Mexico or Hawaii, the tree is native to arid subtropical regions, places like Africa and southern India, hot places where moringa has proven its persistence.
And this is a plant that really does do extraordinarily well in some of the most difficult areas, in areas that are very hot, areas that are very dry, areas where other things are very difficult to cultivate. Look at the little tuber there. This is one of the reasons it survives so well in dry areas. Also, they're storing lots of water in the wood. So that's one of the reasons this is such a remarkable tree. They don't have particularly deep roots. That's sort of a myth about moringas, that they survive because they have deep roots. No, they're storing water in their roots in their trunk.
But moringa, says Olson, does a lot more than just survive, despite the tree's sometimes scraggly appearance.
I don't think they're actually the most attractive tree. They're more a tree that you look at and you sort of love the way you love a scruffy friend or a scruffy dog. Because the branches sort of splay here and there, and they get burdened down with huge quantities of fruits on them. And that's actually what makes the tree so remarkable, is that it's such a generous tree.
And that's because people have found multiple uses for so much of the tree, including its seeds.
They're full of oil. You press the seeds, and then this wonderful aromatic oil comes oozing out, which you can use for cooking, you can use for cosmetics or lubrication or whatever. And the cake, the press cake, the stuff that's left over after pressing the seed, that is what's used for water purification.
Water purification, Olson says, is especially useful in developing countries where clean water is hard to come by. But the benefits don't stop there.
Some of the things I think are most exciting about Moringa is, for example, the high vitamin content. There's a lot of vitamin A in the leaves. And worldwide, that's a problem. A lot of people have problems in development of their eyes because they don't have enough vitamin A.
Moringa's vitamin A content, and its content of vitamins in general, has caught the attention of scientists around the world.
So I started to read about Moringa, and I was absolutely amazed about the richness in nutrients, in many antioxidant compounds, in vitamins.
Dr. Monica Marcoux is a pharmacologist who has studied many plants. She has done extensive research on Moringa and says it has significant nutritional potency. This subject is one of the topics of her recently published book, Miracle Tree.
To me, it was just a natural pathway from my scientific background and my love for trees to writing this exciting book on one of the most exciting and extraordinary trees of our world.
Marcoux spends much of her time looking at trees and plants, both as a pharmacologist and as an artist. While Marcoux, the nature photographer, is grabbing shots of plants, Marcoux, the pharmacologist, says she has a bigger concern.
We are having an epidemic of cancer and cardiovascular diseases and many other chronic diseases. It's because we basically do not eat what we are supposed to eat. Most of the plants are famous for a particular type of nutrient, like for instance, the orange or the lemon is famous for a high content of vitamin C. The spinach, for instance, on the other hand, is famous for its iron content. Moringa is very unusual because this single plant contains a wide variety of nutrients, but also in quite very high amounts.
Marcoux says this concentration of nutrients combined with low calories and low sodium content makes Moringa an ideal energy food or supplement that can help offset the typically unhealthy Western diet.
Many of the Westerners are also deficient in antioxidant and anti-aging substances that are mostly found in plants.
Antioxidants, according to the National Institutes of Health, protect the body's cells and may prevent cancer. And Marcoux says Moringa is a treasure trove of antioxidants that happen to work hand in hand.
Antioxidant substances and antioxidant vitamins work together in the body. For instance, it's known that selenium works better in the presence of vitamin E. Moringa has high amounts of selenium and has also vitamin E.
While many plants contain antioxidants, Dr. McClatchy says that Moringa is also high in the nutrients we usually associate with meat.
Moringa is well known for being a good source of leafy green vegetable protein. And you don't get a lot of protein out of many vegetable foods other than like beans and things like that. So getting it out of the leaves is really a big deal.
And while there are a few other plants like soy that are protein rich, Olson says Moringa is special.
I have a lot of food allergies. I'm allergic to wheat, I'm allergic to eggs. Soy tends to be a fairly highly allergenic food. It causes allergies easily in many people. We think that this is because of the form that some of the proteins are in soy. They're apparently in a form that's very simple and fairly easy for the body to assimilate in Moringa.
According to the United States Department of Agriculture, Moringa contains 18 of the 20 amino acids, building blocks of proteins that are found in the human body. And, says Marcoux, Moringa is one of the few plants that contains all of the essential amino acids.
Moringa contains all the 9 essential amino acids that actually we cannot produce. Their presence, but also their ratio, is very beneficial, and it is estimated that this ratio is very good for absorption and for being bioavailable to our bodies.
Further research is needed to establish the bioavailability of all of Moringa's nutrients. But in some places, scientific studies may be too long a pursuit and take a back seat to a harsh reality.
In most of sub-Saharan Africa, any baby has a 20% chance of dying before he reaches the age of 5. In some countries, up to 40%. And even those who survive past the age of 5, up to half or more will suffer from malnourished physical and mental development.
These are lesions caused by malnutrition around the neck and around the waist. They are dry now, but will become permanent scars.
As the former regional representative for Church World Service in Senegal for 16 years, it was Lowell Fugley's mission to help local clinics develop ways to save children at risk to malnutrition.
Having been born myself into a middle-class American family, I thought it was just by chance that I was born in these conditions and not in the condition of a poor African family in the bush of Africa and living a malnourished life. And so I have a certain obligation to share what I received.
In his quest to combat malnutrition, Fugley came across Moringa in the late 1990s.
It contains more vitamins and minerals in various combinations than you find in any other possible vegetable. And I thought to myself, if this source of nutrition could be made available at the village level, then this could be a very effective tool in preventing malnutrition.
What Fugley says he didn't know at the time was that the Senegalese people were already familiar with Moringa.
It was only through a Peace Corps volunteer working in forestry who told me that, oh, Moringa is already growing in Senegal.
Not only was it growing, the people had been using it for generations, only they didn't refer to it as Moringa. They called it nebedai, which Fugley suspects comes from the English words never die, after the tree's resilience.
I ask any Senegalese, do you know the nebedai tree? Oh, yes, my mother makes a sauce from the leaves of this tree. We call it mboum. Every Senegalese knew this tree.
The problem, says Fugley, was that it was prepared and used in ways that diminish Moringa's nutritive contents.
They boil the leaves too long, they throw out the water that is boiled in and where many of the vitamins are located, and so they lose a lot of the benefits that the leaves could provide.
So Fugley went to work, both planting Moringa trees and, more importantly, educating healthcare workers on how Moringa can help stave off malnutrition.
Regarde, tonton. Regarde celui-là. Regarde, tonton. Tu as vu? Non, non, celui-là même. Pour le moringa.
I was trained in 1998, and right away we saw the virtues of using moringa because of its very high nutritional value. So we began using it right away on an experimental basis.
Après la formation, con le moringa.
Healthcare workers learned to grow their own moringa trees, dry the leaves, and pound them into powder, maintaining all the nutrients. Nursing mothers were taught to add a spoonful of moringa to their food morning, day, and night to increase their milk production. They were also told to add moringa to all of their family's meals.
When we introduced this tree in Senegal, or uses of the tree and different ways of using it, the reactions of the people there was that, well, this is our tree. You know, you're just adding on what we know already.
As people changed their habits, Fugley says the results were clear, especially among children.
They'll look happier, they'll have more energy, they'll smile. When they came to the clinic, limp, eyes drooping, no energy, and within 3 weeks, you see them bigger, healthier, and smiling.
La récupération avec le moringa a été beaucoup plus rapide.
We observed that it was much, much more effective than the classic system we had been using, which was based on imported and costly products, such as milk powder, sugar, and vegetable oil. With moringa, people can go into town and find it themselves.
Et on l'a, même des fois sans un sou.
Moringa is still being used, it's still being promoted, it's still being very valued, even without our input from the outside. Moringa, it doesn't die, it can continue on its own.
So you have to eat the moringa on a daily basis. And all their grandkids are eating it every now and then, even my own children, and they are already professionals, and yet they come home and eat it.
And while moringa is mostly considered an ethnic food, The trend, says McClatchy, is that more nutritious plants, like Moringa, are finding their way into the mainstream.
Our diets are pretty bad, although they are improving. But one of the reasons they're improving is because we're starting to adopt more and more of these kinds of plants.
I've been in villages where the only trees that survive and grow well are Moringa oleifera, which is really amazing when you consider how many useful things the tree provides.
Moringa it comes very close to being a perfect source of nutrients in terms of variety and concentration. So that is, I think, very unique about this Moringa tree.